Gee, for the sake of their children, parents need to recognize emodiversity. That is a new term as of today for me. Mm-hmm. Gentle parenting expert Sarah Ockwell-Smith tells The Times, Ursula's already laughing, that you need to allow your kids to express their full emotional diversity so long as they're expressing themselves in a safe fashion. So let me explain. So when you tell your child to stop sulking or go to your room until you calm down, she says that what you're teaching them is that you don't want them near you unless they're nice and calm and happy. And she says embracing emodiversity is teaching them that they can be sad or cry or yell, whatever, so long as they're being respectful of other people and, not hating or anything like that. Ursula, you're the mom. What do you think about that?
Okay, I just want to again say you came up with emodiversity.
No, she did. I did not.
My goodness.
I didn't. Nope.
Okay,
That's her own portmanteau.
Okay, and the fact that we even use the term emo because sometimes I used to tell one of my kids who tended to be a bit of a sourpuss, and it was like a period of time. I was like, "You're being like Eeyore," so I didn't say emo, but it was like Eeyore. Like, there's always this dark cloud. There's always this dark cloud.
Me.
That said, I would rather know my kid's true emotion and not try to stifle it. So, no, I don't. I to some degree, I agree with her in that you cannot control your kids' emotions. You can control whether they're going to be rude to you. But if they are sad, I would rather use that as an opportunity to have that conversation because a lot of kids, especially in those teen years or preteen years are dealing with a lot of angst. And I think for you to say, I don't want to see your bad mood is shutting down an opportunity to actually ask them, hey, what's going on?
G, emodiversity.
Okay, so yesterday on our show, we had a lot of topic about parenting. And we talked about our parents. We talked about how we were as parents. We talked about those things. And usually, I know, Chef, you probably thought I was going to make fun of this topic. Mm-hmm. Actually, I think this is an amazing thing. I think that as someone, and it's funny but not funny, growing up, Ursula, it was always, get away from me with all that crying. Anytime, are you crying? You fall down. Quit crying, right? Something's wrong with you. What you crying for? You getting a spanking. Like, this is the part that used to confuse me as a child. This part used to confuse me. When I would hear from a parent, if you cry again, I'm going to give you something to cry about. You just spanked me. It hurt.
Yeah.
I'm crying. And I know there are some people that's listening right now and can really relate to what I'm saying. And so sometimes crying and trying to hold it in. And so as a parent, I was that way. Quit all that crying. Right? And I do think it is really important for kids to be around their parents and be able to show emotion and not to only be around them when things are good. So I actually love this. Have you ever had a parent tell you after they'd whooped you, if you keep crying, I'm going to give you something else to cry about? What?
Right.
Well, what ends up happening is it stifles your ability to not just show emotion, but also work through those emotions. Right? I mean, that's why there's so many people who need therapy as adults.
Do you want a couple examples of this that she gives? I think this is pretty fascinating. She says a lot of girls, for example, can learn to become people pleasers because, girls that can't tell their parents they're angry about something, they learn to smile in diffuse situations and say, I'm fine, even when they're not. Or they read the room and realize, like, oh, unless I'm acting this certain way and displaying this certain emotion, people respond negatively to me. Or for boys, if we allow emotions to come out at home, she says, well, maybe the only emotional range they'll have won't be anger, right? And they won't resort to drugs or alcohol or getting into fights to have an emotional outlet. And I guess what was kind of touching to me about this story is I was reflecting on the relationships that the three of us have, because I feel like we've been able to be emotionally honest with each other a lot of times and with our audience in a way that I haven't experienced in a lot of spaces, even amongst friendships. Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense. Yes.
Oh, Chef, you cooking now. I agree with you.
Yeah.
In this space,
yes.
no, I'm being for real. In this space, I would say right here in this studio, I am not as vulnerable in real life as I am right here. I can't tell you, like outside of here, in tears? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a very good point.
Yeah, I mean, how many times do each of us every day, hey, how you doing? Fine. Fine. You know.
But you're really not.
Yeah.
Right.
And to have people that you can express that to.
Yeah.
Like, what a gift. And if we can give that same gift to our kids, and by the way, all of you listening, we see how vulnerable you are with us too. And how you support us when we're having a tough time. So I just want to say, like, that's very much a two-way street.
And that's another thing. Like, and I do know, Ursula Chef, that we are blessed to come in here every single day and say what's on our mind.
Yes.
That is a privilege. Not many people
It truly
get to do
is,
that.
and we're fully aware. We're fully aware that sometimes you love us, and sometimes you want it. You're just screaming.
As long as you're being emotionally honest.
Exactly. And that's okay too.
Hey, but by the way, there's a lot of people, Rob and
I
Everett
know.
said, I remember my parents telling me to stop crying after I got a whipping. I'm still baffled by that. Like, Chef,
Yeah.
that used to be me.
How many
And if I
times
make
you
a
heard
son-
this? Calm down. Calm down. Just calm down already. I can't calm down. I'm escalating. You're making it worse.